Ah, Mark is weer. Mark, je moet even naar contact. En dan de System Authority. Je krijgt trade vouchers. Je krijgt niet meteen cash. Contacts. Dan die eerste. Als het goed is moet je dan iets van trading bonds of iets zien. Ah ja, dat is inderdaad 50% las ik. Dus dat is 3 keer niks. Ik denk, ik zoek dat meteen even op hoe dat zit. Dus ook dat hebben ze naar beneden gegooid.
call 285 sector CG-XD1-33 system. This is your first visit to the system. Humans have yet to colonize the system. Fuel reserves are at 87%.
Fuel scooping.
Dus dan weet ik meteen dat dat niet de moeite waard is.
Warning. Temperature.
Als je 2 aan het mijnen bent, dan natuurlijk wel. Als je ook allebei gaat redeneren dan, maar
Mining is now at maximum fuel capacity.
Warning. Taking
Heat levels
niet om
beyond
met z'n
operating
tweeën rond te gaan
tolerance.
springen. Laten we het zo zeggen.
frameshift drive charging.
Mining is traveling to the call 285 sector GM-BD2-110 system. This is your first visit to the system. You are nearly 378 light years from Kalir.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Fuel at maximum.
Temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging.
Scan completed.
2.
Object A1 is a low gravity negative response suitable for landing. This scan might sell for just over 28,000 credits. Destination confirmed. Mining is in transit to the call 285 sector SP-KB9-2 system. This is your first visit to the system.
Fuel scooping.
Scan finished. Celestial Object 1 is a medium gravity high metal content world that is suitable for landing. I detect low levels of active iron lava flows at the surface.
Warning.
This
Temperature
data could
critical.
fetch over 14,500 credits.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Mining is en route to the call 285 sector WA-LB9-5 system. This is your first visit to the system.
Fuel scooping.
T-class ground ore detected.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Work in progress. Mining is en route to the call 285 sector WA-LB9-5 system. This is your first visit to the system. Fuel
scooping.
T-class ground ore identified.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Fuel levels now at 90%.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Just in progress. Mining is heading to the call 285 285 Sector AH-JB10-6 system. Arrival star is not scoopable. This is your first visit to the system. TTS Class T Tourist Star identified.
Warning, temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging.
Mining is traveling to the call 285 sector NY-QC5-14 system. This is your first visit to the system. Fuel levels at 65%.
Fuel scooping. Warning, temperature critical. Warning, taking heat
Heat
damage.
levels beyond operating tolerance.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Mining is en route to the CAO Junga system. You are now in independent space. This is your first visit to the system. CAO Junga is an independent corporate of over 40,000 people, aligned to none. CAO Junga Energy & Co. is the local faction. There are 2 orbital stations in the system. You are now just over 284 light years from Kaleri. Scan and analysis finished. Celestial Object 1 is a low-gravity, high-metal content world that is suitable for landing. This scan could be worth well over 12,000 credits. Mining's fuel reserves now at 72% capacity.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
A common K-class star identified.
Frameshift drive
T-class brown
charging.
dwarf identified. Fuel levels are at 82%.
Four, three, two,
Progress. Mining is en route to the call 285 sector UZ-OC6-25 system. This is your first visit to the system. There is no human presence here. You are over 269 light years from home. Mining's fuel tanks are at 68% capacity.
fuel scooping. Warning, temperature critical. Warning, taking heat
Warning,
damage.
heat levels beyond operating tolerance.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Mining's fuel levels are at 88%.
Frameshift drive charging. Ready to engage. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mining is heading to the Lalandi 2933 system. You are now in independent space. This is your first visit to the system. Lalandi 2933 is an independent corporate with a population of over 2 million souls, aligned to us. Mapapori Holdings is the controlling power. There are 2 planetary stations in the system.
Fuel scooping.
Common G-class main sequence star detected. Analysis complete. Object 1 is a medium gravity metal-rich body. This metal-rich body has high levels of active iron lava flows. This data might fetch nearly 33,000 credits.
Temperature critical.
levels beyond operating tolerance.
Fuel scooping complete.
Mining is now at maximum fuel capacity.
Frameshift drive charging.
Mining is traveling to the Hyades sector LD-SC4-18 system. Arrival star is not scoopable. This is your first visit to the system. Humans have yet to colonize the system. Fuel levels are at 84%. TTS class T Tauri star identified.
Complete.
TTS class T Tauri star identified.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Critical.
Frameshift drive
Dat is
charging.
prima.
Mining is in transit to the Chile system. You are entering independent space. This is your first visit to the system. Chile is an independent feudal home to well over 75,000 souls, controlled by Zachary Hudson. Girls of Chile is the immediate faction. There are 2 orbital stations and 1 planetary station in the system.
Fuel scooping.
L-class ground orb identified.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Fuel tanks are at 87%. Commander.
Even kijken.
Mining is
Engineers.
traveling to the Shihangan system. You have entered Federation space. Welcome back, Warrant Officer. This is your first visit to the system. Shihangan is a Federation democracy of just over 141,000 souls, controlled by none. Akuni Liberals is the immediate faction. There are 2 orbital stations and a single planetary station in the system. A very common M-class star identified. Scan completed. Celestial Object A1 is a medium gravity high metal content world that is suitable for landing. Sensors detect low levels of active iron lava flows at the surface. This data might be worth over 14,500 credits.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Scan and analysis complete. Body A2 is a medium gravity high metal content world that is suitable for landing.
Frameshift drive
This data might get
charging.
you well over 14,500 credits. Warning, heat levels beyond operating tolerance. Mining is traveling to the LP29-188 system. This is your first visit to the system. LP29-188 is a Federation corporate of well over 35 million souls, controlled by none. 64907 commodities is the immediate power. There are 3 orbital stations and 2 planetary stations in the system.
Fuel scooping. Warning. Temperature critical.
Heat levels beyond operating tolerance.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Mining's fuel tanks are now at
Als je
96%
niet,
capacity.
deed je
Warrant
niet veel
Officer.
verder dan vol, moet ik zeggen.
Frameshift drive charging.
De diamonds waren gewoon niet zwaar. Kan ook.
Confirmed. Mining is heading to the LHS-1505 system. You are now in Alliance space. This is your first visit to the system. LHS 1505 is an independent democracy with a population of well over 21,500 souls, aligned to Edmund Mon. Alliance Democratic Network is the immediate faction. There is one orbital station in the system. A very common M-class main sequence star identified.
Warning, temperature critical.
Heat levels beyond operating tolerance.
Fuel scooping complete.
Mining is now at maximum fuel capacity.
Taking internal damage. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Progress. Mining is traveling to the vast system. You are entering Federation space. Welcome back, Warrant Officer. This is your first visit to the system. VAST is a Federation democracy with a population of 450,000 people, aligned to Edmund Mon. Blood Brothers from Alrai is the controlling faction. There is a single orbital station in the system. Information. VAST is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here.
fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Destination confirmed. Mining is en route to the LHS 2088 system. This is your first visit to the system. LHS 2088 is a Federation democracy with a population of over 22 million souls, controlled by none. Union of LHS 2088 resistance is the local power. There are 3 orbital stations and 2 planetary stations in the system. Fuel tanks at 84%. Warrant Officer information, LHS 2088 is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here.
warning, temperature critical. Warning, taking heat damage.
Warning,
Fuel
heat levels beyond operating tolerance. Refueled.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one.
Mining is en route to the SC Ursi Major system. You are leaving Federation space. This is your first visit to the system. This system is not populated.
Fuel scooping. Warning, temperature critical.
Heat levels beyond operating tolerance.
Fuel scooping complete.
Maximum fuel.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Uitslapen lopen.
Progress. Mining is en route to the Ursi Major system. You are entering Alliance space. This is your first visit to the system. Ursi Majoris is an independent corporate supporting nearly 68 million people, controlled by Edmund Mon. Remlum Industries is the immediate power. There is just one orbital station and one planetary station in the system.
fuel scooping.
Mining's fuel levels now at 88%. Commander information, Ursi Majoris is undergoing a boom. There might be some good trading profits to be made here.
Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete.
Refuel. Heat levels beyond operating tolerance.
Frameshift drive charging.
transit to the Zavija system. This is your first visit to the system. Zavija is an independent patronage home to nearly 20 million souls, aligned to none. LHS 2541 Alliance Combined is the immediate faction. There are 3 orbital stations and 2 planetary stations in the system. Mining's fuel reserves now at 85%. Commander information, Zavija.
Warning, temperature critical. Fuel suit disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Bijna zijn gehaktfreund. Dus wat een jumps.
Mining is en route to the Puppet Sector FW-WC1-22 system. You have left Alliance space. This is your first visit to the system. Humans have yet to colonize the system. Mining's fuel tanks at 85% capacity, Commander. A common K-class main sequence star detected.
System scan complete.
L-class ground dwarf detected.
Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Mining's fuel tanks now at 96%. Mining is in transit to the LP-908-11 system. You are now in Federation space. Welcome back, Warrant Officer. This is your first visit to the system. LP-908-11 is a Federation corporate home to nearly 13.5 million people, allied with Felicia Windus. LP-908-11 network is a local faction. There are 3 orbital stations and a single planetary station in the system. Current location is nearly 116 light years from home. Fuel levels are now at 90%.
Kijk.
Fuel suit disengaged.
Mining's fuel levels at maximum.
En zijn we er bijna.
Frameshift drive charging.
Mining is traveling to the Shinrarda system. You are entering Pilots Federation space. Shinrarda is an independent democracy of over 85 million people, aligned to none. Pilots Federation local branch is a controlling faction. There is just 1 orbital station and 4 planetary stations in the system. Fuel levels are now at 85%.
Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete.
Mining is now at maximum fuel capacity. Thermal space here with starboard. Jameson Memorial.
Delacy, November, Echo, Sierra. Welcome to the station, Commander. Please fly safely.
Zo.
Access
Landing
granted.
pad 26 is at 1 o'clock here.
6.
As you enter with the green lights on
You
your
are
right.
approved for automated docking.
Scan detected.
Bijna voorbij, wordend of schijnbaar.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking complete.
Even kijken.
Confirmed contact. Commence power down. You are most welcome, Commander.
En dan moet ik daar volgen. Wat jij?
Greetings to all visitors. Please alight at your sign pad, and thanks for choosing this facility.
Scan. Sensor zoiets. Oh ja, wide angle scanner. Een C-scanner. Oké. Kan ik dat ergens doen? Dat heb ik helemaal nog niks gevonden bij Marco.
This is a flight regulations reminder. Please do not obstruct the access corridor during arrival or departure. Thank you, and enjoy your stay.
PC powerplant. Sidewinder standaard armor. Shield boosters. Chef draag
Ensure
shield
you have received
generators.
authorization before entering the docking bay. If you don't have access permission, please exit the facility immediately.
Hier moeten we 50 units of decoded emission data brengen. Occupied escape pods. Oh. 50 units of Omelight. Oh, dat had ik eerder moeten weten.
Ensure you have received
credits.
authorization before entering
Combat
the docking
points.
bay. If you don't have access permission, please exit
Oh,
the facility
22.000 light hier.
immediately.
Holy crap. Scan data. Pattern. Mens. Kennen we nog niet bij. You can access the lower Jameson because your
Unlawful
pilot
behavior in
Federation
and
combat
around
rank is
Star Wars
dangerous
is
or
not
higher.
permitted. We thank commanders
Dat
for their
geen vinkje bij.
cooperation.
Oh, moet ik gewoon iets meer combat rank hebben. Een party of Yuri? Geen idee. Ja, council. En er is nog op het moment 3 engineers die ik niet ken. Dat valt eigenlijk wel mee. Kijk,
This is a flight
mission
regulation
en zo,
announcement.
hoe dat ook weer zat.
Please proceed to land on your assigned pad in a timely manner and refrain from obstructing other docking areas. Access to docking facilities requires flight control authorization. Please submit a request before entering the docking bay.
These alloys, wires.
We would like to welcome all commanders to this facility. Please ensure you complete all docking procedures within the allocated time.
Kijk eens waar we dat konden treden. Was het een startpoort of waren dat speciale startpoort?
Local market information update obtained. The local market is selling waters of Shintera at a good price, as well as resonating separators and performance enhancers. You only have 14 limpets on board. You might want to consider restocking.
Is not permitted. We thank commanders for their cooperation.
Er zijn een of andere black market of iets. Moet je niet overal doen. Dat wel.
Refuel. Mining repaired.
During arrival or departure. Thank you. Enjoy your stay. We would like to welcome all commanders to this facility. Please ensure you complete all docking procedures within the allocated time.
Ik heb er niks aan gedaan. Wat voor sensors heb ik op mijn battle collie? Hier, kijk.
Market data refresh obtained.
This is
The local market is selling waters of Shintera at a good price, as well as resonating separators and performance enhancers. You only have 14 limpets on board. You might want to consider restocking.
response.
Definitely. Weggooi. Dus kan ik die wisselen naar mijn
14
afkeer.
limpets have been sold. Storing mining and transferring to farm ASP.
Alles voor de Guardian. En zo veel op dus goed herinneren. Oh, moet ik nou weer aan beginnen? Oh. Nou, even kijken wie er op die sensors ging. Sensor dude. Huh. Die sensors van heb en dat is een pin blueprint sowieso. Die moet ik ergens van deze types allemaal krijgen. Oh, deze. Dit. Ik denk als scanner. Waar springt dit ding eigenlijk? Oef. Oké.
Market data update received. The local market is selling waters of Shintera at a good price, as well as resonating separators and performance enhancers.
Je spreekt verder dan jouw Connie. $65.
Detachment complete. Exit the station quickly and
We
safely.
advise that all commanders be aware of their speed while in
Landing gear retracted.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Dat was mijn Explorer Asp. Kijk, dat kraantje van die engineers altijd mee doen. Je kunt mooi parkeren daar bij die statue, de point defenses. Ja, deze sowieso ook niet. Kijk maar, 3 point defenses. Bulkgewicht, maar volgens mij deze wel inderdaad. Een Explorer Asp, die springt uit zichzelf wel heel erg ver. Dus omdat even een engineer naar engineer gaat om te upgraden, heeft deze inderdaad wel wat upgrades erop zetten. Laten we het zo zeggen.
Frameshift drive charging.
Maar volgens mij qua shields en zo heeft hij volgens mij niet heel veel. Als me goed herinner. Die heeft een SRV en zo bij zich op de planeet rond te crossen.
Welcome back, warrant officer. This is your first visit to the system. Jack is a Federation corporate of around 49,500 people, aligned to Edmond. Jack Purple Bridge & Co. is the controlling power. There are 2 orbital stations and a lone planetary station in the system. A very common M-class star detected.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Ik zet view Joy 5, wat is Joy 5? Die. Fuck. Surface scanner. Deze bij zich. Oké. Scanner.
Frameshift drive charging.
ASP is heading to the Giriac system. This is your first visit to the system. Giriac is a federation democracy supporting over 428 million people, aligned to now. The Revolutionary Party of Giriac is the controlling faction. There are 2 orbital stations and 4 planetary stations in the system. Current location is nearly 89 light years from home. Fuel levels are now at 86%.
Een hele dikke fuelscoop. Holy crap. Daar moet je dan niet over te denken.
Maximum fuel.
Een klein aspje. Dan weet ik in ieder geval waar ik straks die 22.000 landje hier waarschijnlijk mee ga springen. Engineers. De reden dat we een aspje verhalen is dat heel veel planetaire landings maken. Dat is het inderdaad. Is klein.
Orbital flight engaged. Hull integrity.
Drop to normal space close to surface station. Rules escape.
Dus weer wennen. En niet tegen landings. Niet toen dat tijd sprong, mijn jump kon niet. ontzettend ver. Dus die was optimized om inderdaad die white dwarfs te pakken. Niet goed straks.
Icon, November, Echo, Sierra, Flight Control, online. Welcome, Commander. Request docking permission if you wish to land. Clearance granted. Proceed to landing pad 04.
Landing gear deployed.
Docking complete.
Docking complete.
Landing operation complete. Commence system shutdown. Welcome, Commander.
Meer engineering rep hebben. Oké. Goed, goed. Nice. Wat wil jij hebben? Weak scanner kan ik in ieder geval wel nog even kijken. Scanner. Dat is op zich geen verkeerde natuurlijk. Of long range. Narrowing scanning angle. Het angle. Blueprints binnen. in ieder geval gaan kijken van mechanical scrap. Rank reached. Oh. Nou, met deze zoekstof. Klaar. Dingen. Benhoofd. Ja, zie je. Met de wide angle scannen. En ik het dan. Deze twee. Maar die toch redelijk dichtbij zetten, maakt eigenlijk niet uit. Nou, als het goed is hebben we weer een engineer klaar. Grade 3 access. Shift drives, maar die hebben we boven. Deze dat we die hebben. En zo dat we deze naar eten moeten krijgen. In hard points. We hebben defense en een frame shift wake scanner. Alle dingen met gewicht omhoog gaan met die engineering. Nou springt nog een 62. Even kijken, wat hebben we hier? Fuel scoop. Ship drive booster. Dat verklaart een hoop. Hier hebben we een frameshift drive booster opzetten. Schakelrek van 8. Oh, dat is niet veel. Maar die detailed surface scanner kan eens. Die kan we eens ophoren.
You have swapped the positions of a 1E standard docking computer and an empty slot.
En dan die. Oh,
You have swapped the positions of a 1C detailed surface scanner and
dan
an
kan
empty
ik hier
slot.
eventueel nog een cargo rekje opzetten. Huh. Testing. Die coole. Niet oranje uit zoals op de tekening. Niet die weggevende. Dat is al voor deze. Ah. Die dan niet.
Arm ASP repaired.
Laten we naar die andere toe gaan, maar ik denk dat ik daar nog eerst voor moet gaan varen.
Full control reestablished.
Landing gear
Takeoff procedure complete. Clear for departure.